Hey everyone, today is November 20th. It is Transgender Day Awareness, or Transgender Day Remembrance, not awareness, but it is also to be aware. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that. Also, a disclaimer or warning or whatever that you want to call it. I will be talking about hate crimes and violence and suicide and all that. So if you feel as though those are topics that you don't want to listen to or that you are sensitive to, I would suggest exiting my video right now. Thank you, and I hope that you enjoy this and get something from it. This video is to honor those who have fallen victims to suicide and victims to murder and just victims of any type of violence. Um, These people are people who stand in the transgender community. These people were good. They were people who had a future, a destination, a journey to take. And these people are no longer with us today because of someone who uh, couldn't handle their transition or couldn't handle who they were trying to become and who they were trying to truthfully be. And these people lost their lives basically just to be true to themselves. They did nothing wrong. Um, and these people are from all over the world, not only here in the US with me, but in any other country outside of the US, outside of my own comfort zone, outside of my own town. These people are people that have a great future, and they just aren't here anymore. And it's because someone just took it from them. They took their happiness, their life, their journey. And today is meant to remember those people, those fallen people, these beautiful people. They had a story to tell, they had a life to live, they had a family to create, if they so chose. And they're no longer here. So today is a somber day, a sad day, but it's also a day to remember those and love them for their memory of who they were and who were they trying to become. What was their story to tell? I know my story has been told on this channel, but it may not be completely heard sometimes. And I feel as though I am the voice sometimes for others when they can't speak. So today I speak not only for them, but for the people who are alive and are facing abuse and harm and violence, bullying and harassment at school, and any other type, that they have to live in fear. These people who lost their lives aren't here to be their own voice. And these things probably wouldn't have happened if somebody would have been there and listened and protected them. Based upon all the things that I've been through personally, I have found that the hardest thing to do is to ask for help and to say when you need it. And I feel as though these people, they had a destiny, they had a greatness, they had love and acceptance, and they had a reason. And that reason was taken because someone was too concerned about something that wasn't their choice. They were concerned about someone else's life. I want to give you a statistic that I don't completely know for real if it is true for the entirety that it is, because it is a statistic. So You know, I don't really know where it came from or who tested it, but in this fact, I believe that it is fairly accurate. Every 72 hours or every 3 days, a transgender person is murdered. 62% of us face harm based upon violence and at least situations that we don't feel comfortable in. These situations shouldn't be occurring. If someone is here for them, to support them, to help them through things, there will be a better day for someone else. They will be here. And that's not only to say that they are murdered. Sometimes people decide that they just can't handle life anymore and they take it themselves. And that's just as bad. Because people shouldn't be so mean and so disrespectful and so misunderstanding and so close-minded that someone feels like they have no other option than to leave this world. No one should have to feel alone. No one should have to go through pain that deep. I don't care who you are. I don't care where you come from. I don't care your color, your origin, your nation, your ethnicity, whatever. I don't care. The idea of today is that you remember those who didn't deserve to lose their lives. No one deserved to lose their life because they were trying to be who they really are. The hard part of today is just to remember, instead of having these people here sitting beside us. I personally never really knew anyone face to face that has had to go through this. But I have been a friend of those people who unfortunately did feel as though taking their own life was the only way out. And I today am remembering those people. Those people were wonderful. I got to know them through Facebook and their videos on YouTube and their blogs and their photos. These people were beautiful. They had beautiful minds. They talked with inspiration. They felt with every being and atom in their body. They tried to help anyone and everyone in need. These people were wonderful. And today they aren't here. And that is something that shouldn't happen. So, yes, today is a sad day, but it's also a day to remember those memories, those loved ones, and those good people out there. Today is a good feeling inside, and it shouldn't hurt as much as it does, but it will. And today is a day to realize and stand up against these types of acts. Suicide, murder, harm in general, no matter what it is, physical or emotional. It shouldn't occur, and we need it to stop. We need it to stop. So, for those of you who are dealing with the pain of today, I extend my heart. I extend my thoughts, and I extend my support and love for you all. Don't forget where you've came from, and don't forget who you are going to be in your journey that you are traveling on. Be humble. Try to help someone else in need, because you might save somebody's life. You never know. So I'm going to leave this video with the idea that you can change the lives of others who are in need of support. Whether it be taking them to the grocery store and buying them something to eat because they got their lunch money stolen, or whatever you can think of to be helpful. Support them, love them, be there for them emotionally if they're having a bad day. I remember that I was bullied a lot in high school. Not always physically either. Sometimes they were threats online, threats through little notes, threats just in the hallway. And even though they were never carried through, there were several death threats that were made. So in reality, you never know what could happen to someone, and you should always be there for them. And don't underestimate the thoughts and power of others, because it only takes a few words to make a friendship. So I also want to leave off with this video, as you may know, yes, there are millions of people who are murdered, and overall violence occurs with straight people too. But today is not a day to remember them. Today is a day to remember those who were only trying to be who they really were meant to be. Today is not to compare your life to another person's. Today is not meant to think that my life or anyone else's life is more worthy of living than those who have died. Your life is no more worthy, because we're all human beings. We all deserve to live. We all deserve happiness and life and prosperity. We all deserve what we were really meant to be here for. We all deserve the simplicity of life. And so I hope and pray and hope that you all who are closed-minded, that may think that this day is dumb or unnecessary or unneeded, I hope that you realize that there's a lot less transgender people than there are straight people, and that the thought of it being just another human being to you, it can't be that today. Open your mind and heart. Feel, instead of subliminally belittling someone's life just because they are something you do not understand. Remember that these are human beings, and they deserve life too. So it is not a contest. It is not about who is more important. It is not about who is more worthy. It is not about who is right or who is wrong. This was a man or a woman on the inside, and they were trying to be that on the outside, or anything else in between. So don't confuse your small-mindedness with the simple fact that they were a human being. And I'll leave off on this really super long video that I hope that you all are doing well, and I am doing well. And even though today is a somber day, it's also a day to make a difference. So I hope that you do. And I hope that you go out into the world and help someone today. So, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, or if you would like to talk or speak about something that you feel that you want to speak about, you can message me on Facebook. You can reach me a private message on here, or you can comment below if you feel as though it can be a personal or if you feel that it can be a public message. So, alright. Bye, guys.